May the 4th be with you.
Yes.
How exciting. It is Star Wars Day as we are recording this. Of course, when it goes out, it'll be Cinco de Mayo. We're on to a whole new holiday one day afterward. Early
Pretty
May,
incredible.
It's wild. The summer movie season is here. We will certainly get into that as well. But we do hope everyone out there is having a great Star Wars Day. Franchise that is not polarized at all. We all agree on where this franchise has gone and where it's headed.
And what it's about.
And what it's about.
What it stands for. Yep, all of that. We all agree.
Absolutely. It's really funny, Megan. I don't know if you saw this or not. If you didn't, I envy your social media timeline. But the algorithm gave me this tweet where some account was going on about some rumor that Disney is going to remove the Star Wars sequel trilogy from the timeline to rescue focus on the original characters.
Oh, no.
And they went into this whole spiel about Star Wars nerd lore and how that's going to save the franchise.
I bet they did go into it.
Yeah, look, I'm not here to judge anyone. I don't know this
I will.
person.
I'll judge. I'll judge enough for the both of us.
But look, use your brain, people. That's not going to happen. Those Star Wars rumors that I admittedly did not hear of until today, so this might not be a big deal at all. But look, it is Star Wars Day, so I'm going to indulge in a little Star Wars rumor here up at the top of the show. They are not going to retcon the sequel trilogy. That is not going to happen.
No.
They may have made a mistake with the Rise of Skywalker, but they've created an entire show, several seasons worth, and a new movie coming out this month or next month, very soon, this summer.
Month.
This month?
This
yeah,
month.
they created a whole show around a baby that then trickled into other Disney Star Wars shows, all to justify and explain their goofy ass decisions in the Rise of Skywalker. And that's all we've seen over the last 7 years. They've devoted millions of dollars to this idea of justifying whatever their nonsense was for episode 9. They are not going to just all of a sudden changing to a different direction. That's not going to happen. I'm sorry to burst that person's bubble or anyone that bought into that theory. Hate to burst your bubble, but that's not going to happen.
I mean, maybe that person should do something else with their life.
No, I mean, I think at the end of the day, this very much smells of someone who is bitter about The Last Jedi or the direction of the sequel trilogy. And look, I think collectively we can all agree that The Rise of Skywalker wasn't great and was by far the weakest of that trilogy. I think a big reason that they shouldn't move away from the sequel trilogy either is that, and look, I understand this is a bit more polarized, but I think The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi are both masterpieces. We've talked about that here on the show before, Megan. I think those first two movies are great. Rise,
yeah, I do too.
Certainly pandering to the discourse, and they failed miserably.
See, I actually like Rise, but it is very flawed. And I do not like the changes that were made that do pander what you're talking about. I think those are the big flaws of that. Yeah, very messy, very flawed.
There are things in Rise I do really like. I think the biggest disappointment to me is that, you know, and we talked about this with The Force Awakens quite a bit, that Rian Johnson, whether accidentally or not, I think does a great job of continuing the foundation that JJ set. But the whole idea of the sequel trilogy was supposed to be a mirror to that original series. And if you are going to continue that, there are certain decisions that felt inevitable when you came to episode 9.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to Kylo Ren and who he's supposed to be in relation to our central protagonist, in this case, Rey.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't think you didn't have to overthink that. It's okay that it was predictable. It was all about the execution. Of course, Kylo Ren was supposed to turn to the dark side and stay there.
Yeah.
Because again, we're flipping the mirror. So it's okay that it was predictable. Commit to that. I think that was JJ's initial vision, which is why I don't think that last film was his by any stretch of the imagination. And by all accounts, and there are tons of reports out there that he basically had nothing to do with that movie. It was a Kathleen Kennedy Lucasfilm debacle. They should have committed to that. But, it is what it is.
Yeah, my biggest problem with Rise of Skywalker is something that I loved that is set forth in Force Awakens and very much said in The Last Jedi is that Rey is nobody. And not that she's nobody because she's everybody. Like, she is so important. She's vital.
That's the brilliance of it.
Right. Yeah. It's brilliant in that she's not somebody's niece. She's not somebody's sister. She's not related to the Skywalkers. She's not related to anybody else. And the whole point is that anybody who is Force sensitive can be a Jedi. And that's a really special and hopeful message.
I agree. Again,
and they should have run with that.
I completely agree. And again, that is the mirror side of the coin.
Yes, exactly. It's taking those tropes of the hero's journey, of the quest of obviously Luke Skywalker, and it is inverting it. And that's what they should have stuck with. I completely agree with you on that. Completely.
Yeah. They should have stuck with that. Mm-hmm. Which is why JJ coming back for 9 in a vacuum, I thought was a great idea. Unfortunately, he was never going to be able to crystallize his vision because of the mess that was the discourse.
Well, that's why I think it should have been ignored. Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, they should have ignored it. They should have just landed the plane.
Yeah.
Because those first 2 were really great. Mm-hmm. Damn the discourse. That's how I would have approached it. I don't care. We made 2 masterpieces, which, by the way, both films $1 billion at the box office.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that it would have hurt the box office all that much if you just ignored it.
No.
And you let JJ cook and let him finish his vision.
I wouldn't have even been mad if a third filmmaker came in.
Or that too.
Too.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right.
That's fine.
But why you need to cater to fools who don't actually understand Star Wars because it takes some common sense and media literacy abilities. It's just absurd. But it's unfortunate.
Exactly. No, it's insane. And so anyway, like all these rumors clearly come from those that were bitter about those 2 films, not just being a complete nostalgia fest the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
And anyway, I had to bring some sanity to the conversation because I saw those rumors and I was like, what? Like the fact that you would even give that one iota of credence is insane. Like you are out of your mind. Millions of, there's a whole movie coming out crystallizing a show that was all about explaining what Rise was trying to do.
Sure was.
You're crazy. Absolutely nuts. Anyway, Star Wars.